Was going through Facebook earlier today, saw a memory pop up on my page from a guy that I think I met him somewhere in the mid-'90s. Leon Andrus, of course, is a famed announcer, primarily in the Southern Tier area, and he has been announcing for now 33 seasons. Almost got out last year, but ended up getting back in at the end of the season. And when I was talking earlier about what's going on at Skyline, of course, remember they're going to Saturdays this year. Ronnie Ford going to be the man at the helm. The man on the mic is going to be Leon Andrus. The photo we're looking at was, I believe, from I-88 Raceway way back in the day as he's interviewing James Cornell in this particular picture. Leon Andrus is now down in Port Crane, New York. He's 69 years old. 51st season coming up in racing, started announcing at 5 Mile Point. Leon, how have you been, man? I haven't talked to you in forever.
Yeah, okay, Doug. It's good to hear from you. Like I said, I'm doing well. My wife's doing okay, and that's the main thing, and hope you guys are all doing well at your home.
We are. So must be excited to come back this year and be working with Ronnie again.
Well, I'm excited, a new venture to see what's going on up there and try to bring that track back to prominence. Frank and Audrey always did a great job up there, but it's been slacking a little bit there since they've left, and we hope to get her back up to at least that, if not more so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they're running modifieds weekly this year, too, so
right.
Sounds like things are pretty much in about as good a position as they could be in at this time of the year, getting ready to go, right?
Yeah, he's getting things around, made a few changes on the track to get that a little bit wider and be putting the clay down here and getting, the sponsors coming aboard. You can always use more of them, of course. And a lot of calls coming in for people that's going to make that their home on Saturday, the modifieds making a return. They've been there a few times in the past, but so we're really looking forward to see how that's going to turn out.
I would imagine. Of course, you have announced at Skyline before. I know I've seen you in the booth there.
Oh yeah. I've never, not as a full-time gig, but I've certainly worked for a couple of different people there at different times, filling in for someone, and it's always a fun time.
Very unique racetrack. I talked to Ronnie about this just a few weeks ago. The lawn chairs, everything. It really is as close to a throwback kind of racetrack situation as you can get in today's world, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's definitely got the back home feel to it. The families come out and they sit there and they have the lawn chairs over to the left side, or a lot of them sit right down front. Not sure. They might be moving them back a little this year once the modifieds start going down the front stretch, but they'll still be out front there. And it's just a homey atmosphere, always has been. You got their people that come out, that's where they go on Friday or Saturday night, and they'll be there. They'll still be the regulars, and then you get a new, group of people coming in for all the different classes is going to be aboard this year,
So what brought you back this year? Because, you were almost retired last year, weren't you?
Yeah, well, I was unofficially retired. And like we said, last year, during the off year from 22. 22 is when I actually retired. And then in the off season, I just said, it's tough to just get out altogether. I'd like to get a couple dollars anyway, and then Keith called me one day from Pencan, decided I would work the infield. That'd be a great thing. It'd keep me involved, give me just something to do down there, so I went to do that. And then about 2 weeks before Afton was going to open last year, Matt Lewis, who was going to take my place, ended up getting really sick, so Ronnie was stuck. I went back in and did it. I enjoyed the season, and now I guess I'm going to go at least this year. Like I said, next year I'll be 70. I'm not no small individual, so it's starting to get tough on these old bones.
I would imagine, just up and down the stairs and walking the pits and all that kind of stuff. So, how excited are you then to be back in what sounds like a rebirth of one of the more storied racetracks in our area?
Well, I'm actually really happy about that. I mean, that's the excitement. I always have excitement when I go to a race.
Yes.
Don't get me wrong, but this is just something new. I like to see it's a new way to grow, new different winners. I mean, it got old hat. You pretty much always knew who was going to be where. There's especially in the lower division, there's going to be a lot of different people I haven't seen on a regular basis because they were basically Skyline cars. So now you get to see them, how they'll blend in with some of the new faces and see how that all works out. So
of course,
I'm excited.
You didn't start in the booth, though. I understand you did pretty much every job but announcing 51 years ago, right?
Oh, yeah. Like I said, I started just with packing the track. I worked pit roads at a couple different tracks. I worked in third turns at a couple different tracks. I've never scored a full season, but I've filled in scoring. I've filled in handicapping. The one year when I was going to retire from Pencan, I went down the flag stand so I can say I was leased up on the flag stand. I did that. I actually was part promoter with Ron originally in 2017. So I don't know what else I haven't done. I guess the only thing I can say I haven't officially done was be a general manager, and I have no desire to do that now.
No, I wouldn't.
None.
Well, I've always said, and I've never done any of these other jobs myself, but I always thought announcing to some degree is kind of I don't know, is easiest job going a little too far, Leon?
After you've done it, as long as I've done it, I would say that. Once you first, you got to have a method of what you're going to do when you first start. I mean, I've got a lot of people in the Southern Tier that I've helped get started. They might not admit it or whatever, but I've got them started, show them what to do, and tell them to listen to everyone they can. Listen to as many different announcers as you can.
Yes.
Don't copy them,
right,
but get ideas from them. Absolutely. You got to draw ideas from certain ones, but you got to put your own little touch on it, your own little thing that you do.
Well, I would imagine since you're from Southern Tier, one guy I would think that has probably influenced you, and he influenced me a lot. He's the one that taught me that you have to have fun in the booth. Is Freddy Osman.
Oh, absolutely. You definitely, you have to do that. Like I said, and he certainly had his own way of doing different things, without a doubt. And they were good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I always thought Roy Sova taught me to do my homework and talk to the drivers, and Freddy Osman taught me how to have fun. So,
right.
With the train whistle and everything. I mean, how could you not enjoy a show that Freddy Osman was announcing at, right?
Oh, absolutely. I first started hearing him at Orange County all the times I used to go down there. He was, so I knew when he was coming up in the Southern Tier that these people that never got out were in for a treat.
And I think we had it a little bit easier in the 90s because I started in 90, Leon started in 91. Because there was no internet, there were no forums. If you weren't doing a great job, there was nobody online to bash you and let you know, right?
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, and it's actually made it easier for the newer people starting nowadays, because nowadays you don't even have to keep. You used to have to keep a lot of notes by hand.
Mm-hmm.
Everything you wanted to say, you wrote them down, or you saved results. Now you can just turn on your computer.
Yeah.
If you got that wizardry to pick that stuff up in an instant and be able to pass it along. So
only got a little over a minute left. What advice would you have, Leon, for some of these young people coming up who wanted to be in a position maybe like you or I were in during the day?
Well, like I said, I guess I would tell them to listen to many of these different announcers that you listen to. Don't copy any of them, but try to pick up some things from them. And the most part is do a little homework each and every week. Talk to the drivers, get information about that, and let them know you're interested. And the more information they give you, is better off for you. You can give the information back out for them.
Roy Silva,
the drivers and the owners are going to give you the best stuff they got. They're the ones that's putting on the show.
But you got to go to them because they're not going to come to you. So
you got to show you're approachable, and they'll come if they got something really important to tell you. But you got to let them know who you are.
Very nice. I like that right there. And this is one little thing my dad told me years ago that I think works too is be yourself. If people don't like you for who you are, they will hate you for who you pretend to be.
Oh, yeah, there's no doubt about that. And that's the one thing, like I said, on my tombstone is going to be is I did it my way. There's no question about it. I've gotten a lot of trouble at different times, but I've done it my way, and it's never going to change now. So
make sure to subscribe, guys. Turn on the likes, the notifications, leave a comment. You can listen to Leon this year at Skyline Raceway, where they will be going on Saturday nights. Leon, take care of yourself. I'll see you soon, buddy. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.